Hey everybody, so today I'm going to talk to you about the harmful effects of soda and why I think you should quit drinking soda, as well as, some of the negative psychological and physical effects that drinking soda can have on your body. Now, many of us, can think of what a soda is, or a soft drink, but I'm gonna go ahead and define that, just so in case there's any confusion on, what actually consists as a soda. And so a soft drink is typically, something that contains carbonated water, some kind of sweetener, whether natural or artificial, and that could be something like, high fructose corn syrup, fruit juice, or any other sugary substance combined with the carbonated water. And so that may paint a picture of something that maybe you drink that you maybe didn't think was quite, in the soda category, but unfortunately it still does. Anything carbonated with a sweetener, whether natural or artificial, does contain or consist of a soft drink or soda. And so I'm going to refer to it as a soda. I know that many people call it different things depending on where you live, but that is what the definition of what I'm talking about. And so I want to talk about some of the effects that drinking soda can have on your body. Now, there are several different things that I researched, and we could go into different harmful effects for hours and probably even days of what sugar does on our bodies, and specifically what soda does. But I'm just going to share some of the ones that kind of maybe relate the most or are the most common today, and most obvious signs or effects. Now, the first is asthma. I know a lot of people suffer with asthma, and it's actually estimated that each day 11 Americans die from asthma. So it is a problem that we face daily, as well as the cost of asthma and treating it in the healthcare system is about $16 million per year. So it's definitely something that costs you, as well as not only your bank account, but as well as your body. And so asthma, the reason that this is true is because of the sodium benzoate that is within soda, and something with that kind of reacts with your body and kind of aids in causing asthma attacks. So if you already suffer with asthma, it may be a good idea if you just stay away from sugary soda, soft drink type drinks, because that sodium benzoate can cause some effects and cause you to have an asthma attack or make your asthma a little bit worse. It's also expensive, so that's something to keep in mind. The next thing is that soda can cause kidney issues, and it's kind of because it contains a lot of phosphoric acid that can really affect your kidney and cause kidney stones, and that's most common among anyone that is a male, Caucasian, or obese. Those are kind of three categories that if you're drinking soda in those three categories, you're more likely to develop kidney issues. So it's just something to consider when you go to pick up a drink that it sounds like a good idea and it tastes good, but it may not be so good for you in the long run. The next reason is because soda and that sugary substance, like I said earlier, can dissolve your tooth enamel, and that's huge. Again, going to the dentist costs money, and unless you have really good insurance, it can cost a lot of money out of pocket that you really don't want to spend just correcting something that could have been prevented in the first place. And of course, we know why that happens. There's a lot of sugar and sugary substances within soda that causes, that enamel to wear over time, and And then, of course, once that enamel reaches the root, then you go into a lot of issues and there's pain involved, as well as, you'll have to get that fixed and in some way or another have some dental work done. Again, that's expensive and, hard on your body, and you don't want to have to deal with that if you don't have to. And then the final physical aspect of why, or harmful effect that soda can have on you, is heart disease. And heart disease, affects, again, a lot of Americans. It's said that 1 in 4 Americans actually suffer or die from heart disease every single year. And that's a staggering number that can be prevented, by a lot of different things, but one of those being cutting back soda or, quitting drinking soda altogether. And again, that's because of the the high fructose corn syrup that's within the sugary drinks that we're drinking, specifically soda. And so if we can cut back again as much as we can, that will kind of stop and prevent things like heart disease, kidney issues, asthma, dissolving our tooth enamel, like all these vast things that we can prevent just by stopping and changing what we drink on a daily basis. Now you may be thinking, how can I do that? What are some steps that I can take? Because, you may be drinking 2 or 3 cans or bottles of soda yourself a day and maybe wondering, how in the world am I going to be able to, curb this habit? And the first thing that you can do is obviously by cutting it out. Change up the frequency and how often you're drinking soda. So maybe you go from drinking 2 sodas a day to just drinking 1. Or maybe, you'll stop drinking it on the weekdays and only allow yourself to drink soda on the weekends. You just got to start small, but you got to start somewhere, because, the longer you wait, the longer you're putting yourself and your body at risk. There's also psychological factors. It's said that soda increases anxiety because of the caffeine that's within most carbonated soft drinks. Is that, once your pulse is, kind of elevated and raised, that creates anxiety on your body, which then, of course, creates a whole other list of issues that also affect your body. So just be aware of that, keep that in mind as well. Again, going back, cutting it out, creating, kind of new habits in what you're drinking, whether that may be, drinking carbonated water, or switching to something like lemonade or tea, or flavored water is a good thing because you still have that taste without, all the harmful effects. Or, like I said, drinking some carbonated water that still allows you to have that carbonation feel that many people like, and that's why many people drink soda, is because they like that, carbonated feeling. But again, that can be, those are, some kind of substitutes. And of course, anything, even other drinks, have high sugar that can also be, harmful. So we know that water is the best to drink, and so as much water you can get into your diet is good. That just creates a whole list of positive effects on your body. I mean, we need water to survive. And so just take those things into consideration, when you think about how much soda you're intaking daily or weekly, and just kind of keep those things in mind, because you may think, oh, I'm doing just fine right now, but the process of, continuing this trend and this habit in your life can really cost you down the road and cause, a lot of problems long term, and that's a good thing to consider. It might taste good in the moment, but consider the long-term effects that soda has on your body. So thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.